So, hello everyone. Today we are back with the fourth episode of Tea Talks with Teachers at our very own Durgapur campus. And as a guest, we have today Dr. Milind. Hi, sir. How are you?
All well, I'm not your guest, I'm a host today. Yes.
So, sir, the very first question I want to ask you
Yes.
is, sir, you don't use a surname.
Right.
It's just Dr. Milind.
Yes.
So, there's any particular reason about it?
When I was studying in the school, that time I used to write same. But when I was appearing for my 10th examination, I thought surname is okay, fine, but I should put something in before my name. So I thought that I'll do something great, and I did my PhD. So surname I removed it and talked to them. Now I'm my
Like you replaced it with the doctor.
Yes.
Okay. That's great. So, sir, there's one more thing that what amazes you most about the society nowadays?
The agility of the society. Nowadays, the society is so agile and they are becoming so transparent. And that agility of the young generation is so fast that they are the most adaptable lot right now. Because last 20 years, the kind of change we are experiencing as a human, this was most inevitable, and people are really being very amazing. So the agility, I would say, the one word if I have to tell you, is agility only.
Okay. So moving on. Now, we're gonna get something personal, right?
Okay.
So, sir, most prestigious moment in your career?
When I got a award from Tata, that was the longest service award from Tata, and that award from the background of that award is Mr. Ratan Tata and the owner, the founder of the Tata family. That was the most prestigious moment for me, and in my career. And the 20-gram silver coin which we received from the Tata family and Tata company, that was amazing.
So that was like,
Yes.
that must be huge, right?
It was great. It was great. So I could connect because I'm the third generation. I was the third generation who worked for Tata. Because my Nanaji worked for Tata, my Mamaji also working for Tata, and I was the one who worked for Tata. So I worked for 10 years. And this is 108 whole year company. So the longevity is huge with this company.
Okay. So, sir, we know that you have great experience abroad, right? You studied abroad, you were working in UK. So, how was your experience in UK? Like, how is it different from our country? Like, what did you get to learn? Like, what we can learn?
Oh, that was a very great experience. I'm fortunate by the grace of God and all the elderly people that I got a chance to work with one of the best university in University of Huddersfield, UK. The best thing what we have experienced, and I have experienced as a student, as a faculty, and as a teacher, is student centricity. The kind of methodology they use for the design, delivery, and of course, there are so many check and balance systems that you cannot just cut a marks that if you want to cut a mark. So everything is based on the rubrics, everything is based on the criteria. And as a student, you can just go and ask your faculty that, okay, if you have given a 65, why 65? So there is opportunity. And they treat you as an adult. They allow you to think critically. So these are the amazing things that I have experienced and still learning.
Okay, so now you know about the pros.
Right.
What about the cons?
See, cons, being an Indian, we have been born and brought up in a very systematic way. Your parenting and all that, and suddenly you go in a environment of you are free. Even your teacher, you don't have that kind of mindset. You go with the mindset that everyone is watching you, and suddenly you are an adult and you are taking care of everything. You are, even your great car, they don't share with your parents, right? And suddenly you feel this is one of the things. And second, sometimes you have a lot of peer pressure also. You feel that okay, because you are working not only with doing your assignments and studying with others, not only with one of the country people. There's so many people from the other country. So sometimes everyone cannot handle it. So little peer pressure is also there. I think not much the cons. I think there are so many opportunities are there studying abroad.
So, sir, what do you think that with the coming up of the Gen Zs, like they are coming up, they are more enlightened. Like they are very much open about everything.
Yes.
So do you think that we can change this stereotypes or this conservative thinking that we have today? Like we can open up minds here in our country.
Yes, it has changed. If you see the NEP and if you see our NSHM Knowledge Campus, the way we are transforming, the way we are agile. If you see in 2020 when the first this COVID came, and the kind of change, the kind of acceptance what NSHM have done is phenomenal. The kind of school we have, the kind of 5 different life schools and centers we have. We are agile, and I think we are going to come up very fast, and students are doing amazing. Okay, and the faculty out here, they are experienced. Like the way I am also trying to implement, disseminate the kind of learning what I had, and slowly it is up to here. We do all the marks. It is moderated marks. Nobody can just give the marks as they want. Now we are using rubrics. Now we are taking care of kind of parameters where we can provide a student centricity aspect to the students.
Okay. So now again,
Yes.
back to your childhood.
Can I have my tea?
Yeah, obviously.
Allow me. Yeah.
You got your black tea today.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
So
Yes, please tell me.
going on to your childhood,
Okay.
funniest excuse you have given to your teacher or your parent for like anything, like as a student, we all give excuses.
Yes.
So
So in a childhood, my childhood I have born and brought up in a small village. So there are many excuses that we have given, and I have given 2 as well. Okay, sometimes because in the rainy season, sometimes you feel that it is raining and you won't go to school. So one day I was talking to my grandfather that I will not go to school because it's raining. And I came out from the house and I was in the middle of that and I started swimming. So 2-3 hours I was just swimming in there is a small river, a pond nearby to my house. And suddenly my grandfather was there and he caught me there. But it was like that. It was fun. It was all about fun. Okay.
So talking about the things that we see in the villages and all, do you believe in astrology, witchcraft, aliens, or black magic, anything?
Aliens, I'm not very interested in basically. But yes, astrology is something I believe in because it is our Indian specialty. And if you read carefully, this is all based on the science and it is also an art. Because if you see the geography, if you believe in geography, okay, it is a more or mix of that. My son and daughter, they watch, my wife, they love aliens. Every time they watch aliens and all the movie, even all the superheroes that I don't prefer, but they love it. And somehow I also started liking it because you don't have any option in the house.
Yeah.
When wife, son and daughter, they are watching one superheroes movie like Avengers and all that, what is your choice? You are left with nothing.
No, sir. Actually, during this COVID period, we got a great news from US that the US Twitter handle, they posted that they made contact with aliens
Okay.
in some solar system. So what do you think about it? Like, do you think that they really exist? That we are not the only life here, or they really exist?
When we talk about something, if there's something in the region, something people talk about, there is something like India is a country of spiritualism. A lot of many things that we talk. Some people from other nations don't believe it. So till the time you don't go into that level, you can't believe it. So if you ask me how much I know about aliens, whatever I have seen on the news channel or on the television, that much I know. But I can't give you the guarantee, and I'm not an expert of that. But when something is saying, we should believe it, or we even should not believe how it is going to matter in my life. Because I have never experienced aliens. And I don't want to be like that. India is a huge country and have a lot of many things. We have so many gods and goddesses.
Yeah.
So if they can exist, what we believe from the ancestor, what we see on the news and there are so many monuments, maybe it can be. Because like Pushpa Viman, हमारे time में होता था Pushpa Viman. Who knows that? What is the speed of that? But people say that Ram and all that after winning Lanka, they all came from there. They were flying from these Pushpa Viman. So this could be the possibilities. So whatever we have studied from the book, we are believing in that.
Okay. जैसे मतलब religion का बहुत बड़ा रोल, मतलब उनके जो scriptures है वो भी हमारे लिए वो दिखाते हैं, वो साबित करते हैं.
देखिए हिस्ट्री क्या है? हिस्ट्री वो है जो आपको पुराने लोग जो बताते हैं, आज के हिसाब से आप जब टॉर्च लगा के देखते हो, जहां तक आपकी दूरी जाती है, आप उसको जो इंटरप्रेट करते हो वो आपके लिए स्टोरी बन जाती है, जहां तक आपकी नजर जाती है. So before Britishers came, we were not aware what that we have a Harappa and Mohenjo-daro civilization, right? When the first time Rakaldas Banerjee started excavating near that area for the railways, we got to know, oh my God, we have a huge Indus civilization. Now the entire world is accepting it. So whatever we are aware of, we accept it. Till the time we don't find any kind of, the reason behind that or something we found, so we don't believe it.
So these references I can get it from it, like you have written a book, right?
Yes.
Yes. HRM in Mauryan Empire and modern HR. It is. So can you tell us about that book? Like
actually, the book is my byproduct of my thesis. Okay. Actually, I have prepared as I belong to Durgapur, Bihar. So Bihari have a small inclination towards civil services. So I have also prepared myself for civil services, but unfortunately, there was some reason I cleared some of the examination of civil services. So that time I have taken a paper of history and geography. Though I am a pure BSc Geology honors student, but I have taken a paper of history and geography. I have prepared for that. And that time I had a notion that if I do something in my future, so I got a chance while doing my PhD. So I have compared Mauryan history and the HR practices during that time and the current modern HR. And believe me, the research is phenomenal. There are something which is very unique. I would suggest you can also read. It's available on UGC Source Ganga. You can go and have a look at my thesis.
Yeah, I'll surely read it, sir. So moving on to the rapid fire round.
Oh, that's lovely.
So
like a coffee with Karan, with rapid fire, and I hope I am able to handle your rapid fire round.
Yeah, I'll be shooting it to you.
Alright.
Okay, the first one is best word that suits your personality.
Have fun, everything is fixed.
Have fun. That's the notion, right?
Yes.
Every time. Okay. Number two is what were you like in high school? A studious or a nerd student?
Nuts. Not very studious.
Okay. What's the last thing you Googled?
Last thing I Googled?
Yeah.
Last thing I Googled today only. It was related to a movie called Panchayat.
Achha, the series.
Yeah, the web series.
The web series.
I love it.
So are you into web series?
Yes, I love it.
Like
this is last 3 days.
Movies or web series?
Always web series.
Always web series.
Movie, I have never liked so many movies. I have not been fond of movies. Because movie, I am fond of drama. Many times whenever I visit Delhi, I used to go National School of Drama. I love reality. Okay, so web series are kind of, I feel there's a real thing is happening. And it's a story that nowadays people are taking up from our life. Before that, people were not narrating. It was only showcasing something which is like fiction or something. I thought this is real. So web series is my first choice nowadays.
Okay.
Especially after.
So do you binge watch or you do watch it today and I'll do it a week later, I'll do my work, or you do just like binge watching it?
Binge watching.
Yeah.
If I start all night, I'll watch. I can't resist myself. Like Panchayat, like Mirzapur. These all movies my favorite. Koda Factory.
Yeah.
Entire night I watch. Even if I read some books like 3 years, I am a fond of Chetan Bhagat also, right? So if I start reading, I'll complete. So nowadays I'm going through one book called Attitude is Everything. I finished in one night. Okay. So even if it's a 300 book or 400, I will finish once. Then again I read. Because every time when you read such kind of books, you get a different kind of infer from them. Your inferences are different.
Yeah.
Like once you read some later, even you see some message, right? And the first time when you read it, but second time when you read, you get a different kind of message.
Yeah.
So like checking your question and answer sheet, right?
Yeah.
So first time when you see any answer, you have a different meaning altogether. Second time, third time. So
the teacher in you comes out, right?
yeah.
Okay. So moving on, if you could be a character in a TV show,
Okay.
that what would be that character? Again,
Not TV show. I'm looking for that. One day, I have taken a kind of challenge that one day after 1 year, I will be like a Kabir Khan, which is a very skinny kind of figure, which I used to be. Okay, I love skinny figure and physique, not figure basically, right? Like Kabir Khan, not Kabir Khan, which is a very skinny figure. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
like,
I wish I could have grown my beard Okay, I love this kind of, but I'm in a very different profession, so I can't do that. You're talking about what kind of flexibility are looking for Indian education system. In foreign university, people don't care, right? Even in India, some of the institution, but here in India, still we have a like teacher, professor, a very suited, good kind of personality. All the time, a little serious. Right.
Right. So, okay. Moving on. Name a song that makes you happy.
मेरे सामने वाली खिड़की में एक झांसा है. That's my favorite song because I love Kishore Kumar.
Okay.
It's all the time favorite movie.
All time favorite.
Yes, yes. Because it talks about openness, something exciting, you know.
So can you like do 2 lines for us for that song?
I'll whistle for you.
Whistle for you.
I do a whistling.
Yeah.
I have a little habit of doing that. Okay.
Oh my god, that was great, sir.
Thank you.
Okay. So like you started it in college?
No. Yes, whistling.
You know, 90s Bollywood, they showed this whistling.
When I was in class 9, one day I was just trying and I was whistling. So one of my friend came and told me that you do a good whistling. So then it became, then after some time I started writing also. I read a lot of rubais and sayari and poems and all that.
So you must be famous in girls in college, I guess.
Maybe.
Okay, so
But it was a good time. So when you do this, people start accepting you fast.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so moving on to the next question. Are you an explorer or homebody?
Explorer. I love to explore.
Okay.
Routine does not. I don't like routines. Even at home also, if I try to change my tea cups, coffee cups so fast because I cannot drink same coffee mug after a week. I need to change. So I keep 3, 4, 5. So I have a collection of ties also.
Yeah.
More than 150 ties. I have more than 5 squares, sandals and all that because. This is what I believe that life is nothing, it's just you have to experience it. It's not serious job at all, right? So if you have a blessing of God and family members and friends, just enjoy life, nothing else. Stay free. Have fun.
Must you.
Yeah, have fun. Everything is free. This is my WhatsApp line.
Okay, WhatsApp straight.
The first time when it started, before that also I used to write, have fun, everything is free.
Okay.
This is my life mantra.
Like mantra of my life.
Yes.
Okay. So next is coincidence or fate?
Coincidence.
Yes. Like you believe in coincidence.
Yes. Like explore coincidence.
Okay.
Fate is something that you can't even you think that is a fate, but it's coincidence. Life is all about coincidence.
But sir, it is said that it is always right to like if you are you should be at a proper place at a proper time. That's what like you can get opportunities that like if you bring you more.
You think like that.
Yeah.
We think this is the biggest mistake of human that we think like it's everything coincidence. You don't know next.
Yeah. Okay. Exactly.
Past you can't do anything. Present you can just work on. Future you won't know. Next second, I can be the prime minister of India. Right?
And I can be interviewing you.
Yes.
Okay. The next is, if a movie was made of your life, what genre would it be? Romantic, comedy, drama, action?
It will be drama.
A lot of drama.
A lot of drama. Because drama is real. Okay. Because romance and all that, okay, that you do a lot of many things, Drama is very real. It's spontaneous. Like you're asking me, rapid fire round. So I cannot change it. So you're asking me spontaneously whatever is coming. This is me, basically. This is me. Okay.
So drama.
Right.
The next is, what's your hidden talent? Like we got that whistling.
Now, if you ask me the hidden talent, everyone knows that, okay. But one thing is very some of the people know that my calculation is very fast. Calculation not in terms of mathematical calculation. I can read the situation very fast and I can conclude because you are asking, do you believe in astrology? So as per the Kundali, my Brihaspati is very good. So और कहते हैं ना कि अगर आपका बृहस्पति बहुत मजबूत होता है तभी आप इस प्रोफेशन में आते हो और बृहस्पति आपका मजबूत होता है तो गुरु का काम होता है कैलकुलेशन करना. So I can calculate and I have a little sense which always around me that what is going to happen in the future. So that is healing talent.
You have that psychic ability.
And yes, someone I read people very fast. I have a habit of reading unknown people, habit of observing and talking also.
So, name the first word that comes to mind. Any word.
A.
A.
Yes. Because A is my wife, Anju, and my daughter, Avinita.
Oh my god, that's so cute. Moving on. What would you do if a wild goose started chasing you?
I'll just watch.
Just what?
I'll just watch. Because this is his job that he's doing.
Yeah.
So there's so many things are. So if you're in the jungle, right?
Yeah.
So many things are happening. So best person and the wise person, you just stand still, watch.
Okay.
Maybe when he'll come near to me, right? He can stop. And he can just watch me there. Who am I? Right? Maybe.
So, your worst nightmare?
Oh, there are one or two. Once, when I was in college and my father has been transferred to another place and I was going first time to him, I have spent all the money. And I was left with very small money amount and the whole night I could not eat anything. Next morning I have taken one small bus and reached there, and even I was not having money to pay the money to rickshaw and that was kind of nightmare. It is not nightmare, I would say it was a reality basically. Okay, so that time I have realized that I was just 17, 18 and at that time I realized that money is very important. You should spend it very nicely and wisely.
Okay. So, moving on to the last question.
Okay, that's
So,
still you have something in your kitty?
yeah, we have something that where you were talking about being slim, but now we'll make you a bit fat. Maybe you will be getting like the cravings from it.
Okay.
What's your least favorite food? First, you can.
Least favorite?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a very lovely question. Least favorite, there are not many because once you are hostile, whatever comes to you, you start liking now, right? So as such, rajma I don't like very much.
Okay. But it's full of protein and it's full of fiber also.
And rajma, one more thing is curry chawal. Curry chawal.
Like people crave for
I don't like it. I don't like curry chawal.
You don't like it?
I don't like curry chawal and rajma chawal very much. I'm not really fond of. But when you get when the home is cooked, so you don't have a choice. You have to eat it. And you accept it. And you have to say also it was fantastic.
Otherwise you don't get it.
Yes.
And
so when you get out of 7 days, you can see the good food. One day, you have to manage it.
And your most favorite food, like anything your favorite, like I can eat it daily.
That is anything made with aloo.
Anything will be that.
Yes. Being a person from Bihar, aloo is a weakness of any Bihari people.
जहाँ कुछ भी वहाँ
आलू चावल दाल चोखा चावल दाल भुजिया आलू सब्जी
when you were in UK or in that places, so you miss our food, like तब तो बहुत cravings होते होंगे ना कि आप यहाँ पे नहीं.
But sometimes I used to cook. Aloo is something which is available all over the world.
Yeah, it is.
Last week I was in Dubai only. Aloo was there, but the aloo was not very good. What we used to eat there, but when I made it like aloo bhujia, they all liked it.
Okay.
So basic cooking, so then you don't have any problem. But always when you are outside, you always miss because you're born and brought up in such a place, right, where you born with some staple food and all that, so you get habituated like that. Okay. So, but anyhow, something was more rewarding there. So food is the second priority at that time. But always you miss your place.
So, last question, last but not the least.
Okay.
This is my question.
Okay.
Like students like me, they want to go out to study.
Okay.
What are the things they need to keep in mind, and what should be their aim, and how they should proceed in that direction?
The only thing what I would say that you should be open with your mind, right? And education is not inside the classroom. I always suggest my students, education is outside the classroom. So wherever you're studying, India, abroad, NSHM, whatever you're studying, you should make that study to the next level and think beyond the boundaries. So if X leads to Y, you must think that why not Z or why not W, right? So this is what you should talk to your faculty also. You should talk to your teacher also. So education, while going out, you should open with the mindset, and don't think that India is not good, UK is good, or USA is good. All institutions are good. How you are maximizing your education and how much you are amplifying your degree, that's very important. That is very, very important. Amplification is an individual job. Every student get the same degree, but amplification is individual capacity. How much you amplify your degree and how much you learn, right? So openness is one, agility is one, right? And always, so what? This question should always be. So if I do X, so what will happen? So somebody say, people, if you study, you will pass. So what? Right? So what is a key area? So on your one soldier, why? And one soldier, so what? Why I should go outside? So if I go outside, so what will happen? So if I am studying at NSHM, why? So what will happen? Right? So these two words is a key word, okay, which I have received from when I was studying in IT Delhi in 2002 for 9 months. So there was a Professor Harish Chaudhary. He was a professor of sales and marketing. He was a program coordinator for entrepreneurship program. He always used to say these two lines and read and read and read a lot. Reading is one thing that always gives you a new idea, okay? And so no matter whether you're reading a magazine or newspaper or reading books or something, reading should be a part of your everyday habit, even for half an hour, morning, evening, or anything. Okay, so sometimes I Google and I read a lot. This is my best time, best time pass, you can say, and this is food for my mind. So this is for you also and for everyone. Openness.
Openness.
Openness. Yes, and focus always. See, you don't have to focus too much. People always say, sir, मेरे को focus नहीं हो रहा. Why you want to focus? Your mind is so good. Mind is open.
Diversified.
Mind is open. Why you want to focus? Once you start working, automatically, focus is what? You want to delete everything. Don't delete. Understand. So, for an example, if you are studying that productivity is an important tool, right? So, productivity is not a one word. There are many things are involved into that. So, focus. So, once you are concluding anything, so if you are doing a research, there is more focus job, right? But before that, you have to understand the rest of the things also. So, don't focus too much. Okay? Don't focus too much. Life is very simple. Okay? Keep it simple.
It's simple. Okay, so with that, we come to the end of the show. Thank you so much
So
for the knowledge ka bhandar, Dr. Milind sir.
No, it's not knowledge ka bhandar. It's a life we have enjoyed. And I have always
You got 2 masters and a doctorate. Don't say this, sir, please. You are the knowledge ka bhandar.
Not knowledge ka bhandar. We have studied something, but the best part is that being again, I'm telling you, I'm fortunate enough to work with such a big company. I work for Government of India also. I have learned many things and in trying to experience, still I'm learning. So I always, whenever I go to my class, I say I'm a teacher, principal, senior principal, director. These all words are the secondary. The first word is I'm a teacher. Still I'm learning and teaching.
Yes.
So when you take a class, you learn a lot from the student, and every day is immense learning. How much you take it, that is up to you. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you
so much. It was a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you so much, sir. And thank you so much, everyone, for watching this. We will be coming back with the 5th episode. Stay tuned. Bye-bye. Namaste.